flip. Woo! Say it with your chest. Top of the morning, America. Welcome to the Say It With Your Chest podcast. Since you woke up on the right side of dirt this morning, let me get 2 chest beats and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Hey, Steve-O, man, I like that. But you know it's your boy E Fitness. I'm coming live. I'm from that 305. Hey, chest out, Rudy. Are you ready?
Ready? If you ready, you don't have to get ready, man.
Oh, man, that sounded weak, dog. I said, are you ready? Hold up, man.
You don't gotta get ready.
Come on, put some bass in your voice, dog. Put some bass in your voice. Are you ready? It's the first podcast, man. Put some bass in your voice. Hold up. I'm gonna start this from the top. Hey, Steve-O, are you living?
Yes, sir. That part.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. Enthusiasm, that excitement in his voice.
Say it with your chest.
Now let me try this again. Let me try it one more time. Hey, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking to you, man. Are you ready?
Man, I stay ready, man. If you ready, you don't gotta get ready, man.
Okay, that was a little better. This was some finger snaps for that boy, Rudy. All right, we'll give it to him. Hey, Corey, man.
What's up, Kane?
Hey, you good?
Listen, I don't believe in try, luck, or hope. I believe in just doing it. Chest out.
All right, man. He said he don't believe in luck. Luck is for leprechauns.
Wait, hold on. One more time. Let me get 2 chest beats and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Okay, hey, Corey, man, I like that. You say, I don't believe in luck, and he ain't a leprechaun. Or did I just add that?
He just added that.
It's all about blessings, dude.
All right, so, well, since I added that, you'll go ahead and add something to this topic. So, since it's the first episode, we got to let everybody know why we're doing this. So, who else better than to tell them why we're doing it than Mr. ChestoutCorey himself? So, what's your purpose for this podcast?
First of all, I'm your boy Corey Williams, a.k.a. ChestoutCorey, a.k.a. Commercial Corey. I'm from the beautiful city of Sanford.
Okay.
I was born and raised right here. I grew up in a small town.
Alright.
I had 2 parents that were impeccable work ethics.
Okay.
I learned so much from my parents. I'm the type of person that people always tell me out there, I inspire them. I want to be like you one day. Corey, can we sit down? Can you enlighten me on certain topics?
Okay.
And these eyes have seen so much, man. These eyes seen so much. These hands has touched so much. I have worked so hard since I was 12 years old. My feet has covered so much ground. So it's imperative for me to write my own narrative, for me to share my narrative with you. And I can't allow somebody else to write my narrative, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, with every L that I have taken in life, I want you to learn from that. You turn my L's into W's.
Okay, I got one question for you though. I got one question for
What's
you,
that?
big dog.
What's up, King?
Why they call you Commercial Corey, man?
Because everything I do, I shine like a commercial.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
always advertising myself.
Hey,
Whatever I
okay.
do, I'm a walking billboard.
Chest
out.
Chest out.
Hey, business, period.
That's it. That part.
Okay, all right, that's what I like to hear. Hey, Rudy. So what's your purpose?
First of all, my name is Rudy Exantis, aka the Haitian Sensation, aka G.I. Joe, aka Haitian Fresh.
Yeah.
Call me Chest Out Rudy.
Okay.
And with me, it's all about family, friends, having fun, but also having a message to the youth.
Okay.
And making sure that, our message gets across to help the kids that need it the most. That's what I'm about. Let's do this.
Okay, and you're a pro bodybuilder too, right?
I wanted to keep that off to a later episode, but sure, yeah, I'm a pro bodybuilder.
Okay, I can tell, Mr. G.I. Joe, that shirt, you about to rip it in your sleeve.
Yeah,
Hey, you need to calm down. All right, the man that needs no introduction, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell you what his purpose for the podcast is. It's the one, the only, Mr. 50. Mr. Where you work at? Holden Heights.
Holden Heights, baby.
All right, let me know about you, man.
Man, it's your boy Steve-O Michael, a.k.a. Chocolate Sunday. You know what's Sunday without chocolate? That's nothing. But purpose of the podcast, what I bring to the podcast is just an aspect of overcoming. We come together as 4 brothers to just talk about topics that's uncomfortable for folks. Like Corey said, we seen a lot, we done a lot. We want to bring that out to the world. And nowadays, people don't read, they want to listen. So we're trying to bring that to the table.
Okay. Hey, what you saying? Is something wrong with listening? I gotta read? Is that what you telling me?
Nah.
What about audiobooks, dog?
You know, everybody drive to work, they want to listen to a podcast. So at least if they're going to listen to us, let's spit out some good information.
Okay, that's big facts. All right, and this your boy.
Podcast is a new radio.
Yeah,
It
that
is.
part.
Hey, are we serious or are we like XM? It's the same thing. I got y'all boys. Hey, it's your boy E Fitness. I like my boys here. We just want to give you guys some insight, spread some positive information, but also, as you guys know, if you know me in real life, you know I like to run my mouth, so I get to do that here. Plus, I mean, these guys are pretty like-minded. I'm like-minded too, but somebody got to play the devil's advocate. Somebody got to disagree, and who better than me? So with that being said, we done got that out the way. You guys know why we here. So we finna have a real good year. 2020 ain't been good, but
2020.
we finna make it great again.
I like that.
That sound right there.
So you're a Trumper or what?
Hey man, I'm riding with Biden. Man, you know what I mean?
Biden all day.
Hey, just chilling. I'm independent, but hey, we'll see what happens with the election. I just want to see what the point of views are. You know, they just got that new Kamala Harris. Am I pronouncing her name right?
Kamala.
Kamala. Hey, don't disrespect her like that, okay?
I think that was right.
Okay, I think it was right too. But we ain't gonna get into politics, but we are gonna get into current events. And my boy, Mr. Rudy, I think he gonna call this segment "What's Happening."
What's happening?
Honestly, I don't even think he got a name yet, but we'll figure that out next week. We ain't worried about it. Just give us
y'all,
news,
y'all
bro.
can give me your opinion on the name at a later time.
Yeah,
but
so what's going
right
on?
now it's what's happening.
All right, so
But
tell us what's happening.
Let's talk about what's going on right now in football.
Okay.
Obviously, we know that the NBA, they got the bubble. Which is working.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody got sick. They're playing right now. They're in the playoffs.
Where's it located at?
It's right here in Old Town, Orlando.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
So it's working, right? Because they have a system that's keeping the players away from possible infections and going outside of the bubble, quote unquote.
All right.
But now, let's focus on college football or NFL.
Okay.
Now, in college football, you have the Power 5 conference, right?
Okay.
Now, we all know this because we all follow college football.
Hey, bro, stop lying. I don't follow college football, all right?
You're one of the few.
You're one of the few. Keeping it real.
But with that, what's going on right now is that couple of the conferences, your Pac-10 and Pac-12, I believe, have decided to forego the coming season.
Hey, chill out, man. You can't be using them big words on here. All right,
man, sometimes we gotta enlighten our listeners, man.
All right.
But now you have the SEC, the ACC, and the Pac-12 are the ones that are actually going forward with the season. Now, my thing on this is, okay, it's great. I want football. I gotta watch. Football is like my favorite sport, so I want to watch football. Basketball is great. It's exciting, but if football's not there, I'm missing something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, but are we actually like taking advantage of these kids though? Like, are we doing it for profit?
Okay.
Are we doing it for profit? But there's two sides to it though.
Of course, there's two sides.
There's two sides to it. Like, why wouldn't we want to have a college season? Like, why?
Well, let's talk about on the aspect of just the players in itself.
Hey, hold up. We ain't getting too deep in sports right now. All right? The topic, we talking about relationships today. You just giving us the news, okay? We can't be going into deep discussion.
Deep
That
stuff right
is,
here for
that
people
is.
that love sports like I do. You know?
All right, so get to your point. What you trying to say about this, okay?
Well, that's just basically what it is
I
right
see.
now. I'm just letting you know what it is. You make your own opinions on it.
Okay.
But it's two sides to it. You got the players that want to play.
All right.
You know, you got the players that are trying to go to the NFL that need to show their skills to the people that are trying to get them to these teams. So with those two conferences that are not playing, that's bad for those players. But then you have these three conferences that are playing and showing out, and people are able to see them for the entire season. So their stock is going to be a little higher than the rest.
So what is college football without the SEC?
Exactly.
What's college football?
SEC is playing. So it's
they are. Okay.
Yeah, it's the SEC, the ACC, and the big Pac-12.
Okay.
Pac-12. Okay, got you.
So I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna do, but that's a very big news in the college world.
The deeper root of things, like this game is a safe haven for kids. You know, they allow them to go back home at any time, and some of these kids going to school is what they look forward to. Playing sports. So that's another thing to keep in mind, man. I hope they let everybody play.
But we got to say this too as well. It's safety first.
That's true. But are they gonna be safe going home? Some of the kids.
That's true too.
So
it's like you got to pick your own poison.
All right. So this is what you're trying to say, pretty much. Yeah. You're telling us that because of the COVID-19, kids potentially won't be able to play football in the fall. I have seen that there is an alternative that they may play in the spring, but it does present a problem. And
the problem with that though is that the student athletes don't have enough time to recover. So they're going to be playing the spring, and then right after that, they're going to have a little time off, and then they're going to play fall again. So that leaves a lot of potential for injuries.
That's true. But you know, life is unpredictable, man. That's just, to me, it's just preparing them for the real world. Just like those NBA players, they ain't expect to be off for 5 months, but guess what? They're out there playing right now. They're in a bubble. They're away from their family. The whole world had to adjust.
I mean, being off 5 months and playing a 16-week possible season, and then going 2 months off and play another 16 weeks. And you talking about contact.
Exactly.
Well,
that's a whole different ball.
Well, I think you guys got it misconstrued. They're not talking about playing fall and spring. They're thinking about foregoing fall so that they can play in the spring.
Exactly.
So what about when the fall
turn right around and play fall?
Hey man, that's the cost of doing business. That's it. Hey, next topic, next headline. What you got?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna keep this very short. Just make sure you guys go out there and vote.
Vote.
November the 4th,
3rd.
Okay.
3rd.
November 3rd.
Thank you, Corey. ChestoutCorey.
He already get you. He already didn't even start yet.
That's why it's good to have friends.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, November the 3rd. Go out in numbers. We need it. Let's go.
Make your voice count.
Okay. All right, you got any other headlines for us today? I know you got one more.
That's it for today.
Hey, well, I got a headline for you. All right, so we're going to be talking about relationships later. And this one, I don't know if they really had a relationship, but it seemed like something was going on. I don't know if you guys have heard, because you guys are about that hip-hop life. You know what I mean? Y'all heard that new Worship and Praise by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion? Well, speaking of that, she actually got shot by Tory Lanez, and she admitted it the other day. How you guys feel about that? That made headlines. That was like TMZ. That count.
If that was my daughter, I want my daughter to come out and tell the truth. If somebody shot you, a man shot you in your feet, you should listen. You should embrace the moment and talk about it, because no man should be putting their hand on no female at all.
Fact.
Period. This is a woman. This is a queen. We should cherish these moments. Cherish these women.
That's true. Hey, you see, I don't know if you guys are online, but everybody calling her a snitch, man.
I heard that, and they going hard on her right now.
Well, she actually came on Instagram. She had an Instagram live thing, and she went and gave her side of the story. Like, there was a cop that actually came out, and she didn't tell any of the cops what actually happened, because in the day and age that we're living in right now, to tell a cop that you have a gun in your car, nah, you don't want to do that.
Go ahead, bro. Let's say this. We're in a time when times are different right now.
Yeah.
And now, growing up, your parents always said, listen, if somebody do something, you go tell the teacher. If somebody do something, you find the closest grown up. Nowadays, tables are turned now. And we got to change everything about today's situations now. And I tell my daughter all the time, you don't start something, you finish it. So I teach my daughter to box. So if anybody walk up to you and they picking on you and they doing what they have to do, they trying to be a bully, I want you to protect yourself at all costs. So what Megan going through right now, and you are your music now. You are your music. She always talking about she's a savage. She's from this. She has done that, and nobody can whoop her. Tori's 5'2". She's 6 feet tall. Whatever. She's that giant. So I guess Tori had to do what he had to do. But it's in these times right now, I just think that any woman that has something like that happens, gets shot in both feet, you should be able to tell somebody what happened. And I'm not saying do it on social media. You should sit down with somebody of the proper authorities and let them know what happened.
So what she got shot for? That's the question.
They say that she was going, I guess Tori was hitting on Kylie or something like that. I mean, these are rumors. It's like 5 different rumors that's going out right now about what happened. Because they just came from a pool party, a day party.
Sounds like some nonsense.
And she got in the car and Tori went to bus and went to shooting. And then next thing you know, she got shot in both feet. And like Rudy said, the police pulled up and she said the reason why she didn't say anything because black people are being killed every day. African Americans are being killed every day. So she was scared to tell the authorities that they had guns in the car. So that's why she never said Tori shot me.
So she pretty much thought the officer would probably shoot her if she said.
Exactly, because they asked him to step out the car, put your nose on the ground. And
yeah, that's sticky. That's sticky.
Yes.
All right, so is she a snitch? Is she not a snitch? What you got to say?
I'm not saying she was a snitch, but
I mean, she got shot.
She got shot.
That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all looking at me like I'm just asking y'all question, man. Y'all looking at me like I said,
is she a snitch? How about that?
She's no snitch, man.
If something happened to you, man, listen, go tell them people about the situation. You got shot.
Period.
You got stabbed. Whatever happened to you.
All right, so Rudy, if you get shot, you telling the police?
Oh, I'm telling all y'all.
Yeah, bro, listen.
Any of y'all shoot me?
Alright.
Steve-O's first.
Date of birth, social security number, whatever I got on you, I'm telling on you. Real facts.
I know where he worked.
Oh, you know where he worked? Alright. Hey, Rudy, man, you got any more headlines for us today?
That's it for today.
Alright, cool, man. I'm so happy that you guys decided to keep it 100. So, since we keep it at 100, do you guys think that a man should pay 100% of the bills?
So we on relationships right now.
Oh, we always on relationships, bro. Life is a big relationship.
Hey, look.
Hey, since Steve-O booed up, it looks like he about to beat the combo. Hey, hold up.
I like this topic.
He said he got that wham or that walk around money.
That walk around, but that's what you acting right now. Come on now.
Okay.
But honestly, man, it's 2020. This is not 1950 where.
What you mean by that?
Listen.
Oh.
Should a man pay all the bills? How hard I work and where I came from is 2020. You gotta bring something to the table. Period.
Hey, she is the table. What you mean she is the table?
Listen. This is not gonna be just I'm paying all the bills.
Why not?
And you hanging out and just.
That's your queen. She deserves to be treated like
yes, and I deserve to be treated like a king as well. We gotta come 50-50 with this.
Oh, so you're a 50-50 table guy.
Period. But
they ain't gonna like you. Hey, you heard of him. He's about that 50-50
listen,
now.
But it doesn't have to involve money.
Oh.
Baby, I go to work. House is cooked, clean, kids taken care of. That's an aspect I don't have to worry
I'm talking about money, dog.
But if you got it, you want 50-50.
Somebody's at your house. You got a maid that's doing work, cleaning the house, cooking, doing all that stuff. Do you pay your maid?
So you comparing a woman to a maid? That's what
No, scratch that. No.
Oh.
But I'm saying though, if someone's working, there should be like some kind of value to what they're
Absolutely.
what they're doing. Exactly. It's a contribution.
And he one of them guys. He just come sleep at the house. That sounds like if you want him, there he go.
Follow the play. This supposed to be said with your chest podcast, and Rudy giving you these conservative answers. Hey, we need you to keep it real.
Let me give you my 2 cents.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay, my dad and mom was married for 29 years together, 33 years. My mom died at the age 46 from breast cancer. So she's been gone for 20 years now. She died back in 2000.
Rest in peace.
Yes, appreciate that. We love you, Mom. So with that being said, my mom used to come home on Friday. I remember this like yesterday. And my dad used to walk in the house. My dad used to have his check. This is when you didn't have direct deposit.
Yeah.
My dad would take his check, paper check, and slide it to my mom. And my mom would give my dad allowance. Every single week. I think my dad, if I'm not mistaken, my dad was getting like 20 or 40 bucks for the week.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's what happened. But that's like Steve-O was saying, that's 1950s. Now with me being said, I've been married for 12 years now, right?
All right.
I love my queen to death. She's beautiful. She's everything. She's smart. And like I said, I'm the common sense, and I give her the smart. So we balance each other out. With that being said, my wife pays 25% of the bills. I pay 75% of the bills.
Hey, is she putting something down?
Yeah, she definitely putting something down. Like she take care of some of the vacations.
That's it.
Like we go out to eat sometimes. In our relationship, if I pay the bill, she'll take care of the tip.
It's a give and take.
It's a give and take thing.
Hey, I understand that, and I agree, but I still ain't hear Rudy say nothing that was like just direct. He was so indirect.
Indirect. I'm saying.
Hey, whenever somebody not direct, we need to throw a flag.
A flag. Hey, where's the flag?
Flag on Rudy because he was indirect. Hey, that's so we gonna try this again, Rudy.
I gave you my answer. My answer is they should be actually sharing responsibilities. Like if you go out, maybe one day I'll pay, next day you can pay. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be 50-50, but if they're doing something else as far as like cleaning, taking care of the kids, shopping, that's money. So that's a contribution that they're already doing. In addition, they should have like another like 25% of other household income, or I'm sorry, bills that they pay.
But you just said 50-50 though.
Yeah.
One time she pay, one time you pay. I don't think that's effective. I don't think it's right in no way. I think at all costs, a man like with me, I pay the mortgage. I pay all the big bills. So with that being said, even when it comes down to
we know he pay everything.
Okay. Paymaster. Is that what you call him?
Yeah, paymaster.
So with my wife and I have to show my daughter. Each one teach one mentality. Is like you should find a man that's gonna be responsible, that's gonna take care of the household. And like I tell everybody, you have to be Superman in the household before you Superman in the street.
Hey, they gonna go ahead and blow a bag on you.
What I said is this. I said a man should be able to pay all of his bills on his own. And then he would pay the majority. Since, like you mentioned, this is the time of equality. A woman just doesn't want to sit down. Anyways, what I've learned from my experiences with women is they don't want you to pay all the bills because it seems as though if you do, they lose their sense of autonomy, which is something that they definitely don't want in 2020. It's all about, they want to be independent, but they still want you to take care of them. Man. So most women won't even allow you to pay everything.
These women ain't being raised.
Because then it becomes a control situation.
Yeah, you don't want to, so.
But in all honesty though, whatever works best for you. Now you
want to double down, but hey, I'm like Suge Knight. Hey, like Steve-O said, if you want a man that's going to take care of you, if you want a man that's going to help you out with your bills, that's going to treat you nice.
407.
407 E-Fitness.
Holla at me. I'm taking, but you know what I mean.
I'm taking.
Since we talk about,
it's a beautiful thing.
We talked about the good side of relationships. It's only right that we gotta add a little yang to it. We gotta talk about the bad side of relationship.
Oh man.
So hey man, if I can, I need some music that's gonna make me want to talk about this topic. Oh, is that singer? Hey, how it go? Real, give up, butter, American bag, six figure.
Yep.
Hey. That's what Steve was like right here.
Close your ears, kid.
Alright, so we're gonna talk about toxic relationships now.
Oh man.
Now, when I talk about relationships, we don't just have to talk about girlfriend, boyfriend. It could be family, friends. It could be any type of relationship, even a work relationship. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's an open mic. What y'all boys think about toxic relationships? What y'all think a toxic relationship is?
Man, I think personally a toxic relationship is when you just can't trust that individual in the workplace, at home, your friends, or whatever the case is, man. If you can't trust them, you might as well let them go, period.
I think toxic relationship, from my point of view, I think is anything that when you become a liability instead of being an asset.
Yeah.
When
you have nothing to offer to the relationship.
Yeah.
No value.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'd say if one has something to gain while the other one is not, or one is taking advantage in any kind of way or abusive, that's a toxic relationship.
Hey, man. Hey, Corey, man, I think we related, bro, because we think alike.
Oh,
but,
man.
But guess what,
Great
bro?
minds think alike, bro.
I ain't gonna let y'all just end this conversation like that with no bland answers. I'm about to throw some seasoning on that.
Oh, man.
Hey, you know how they do the interviews when they're like, hey, can you tell me about a time that you had a toxic relationship and how did you deal with it? That's what we're gonna do right now. So tell me about a time that you had a toxic relationship and how did you deal with it?
ChestoutCorey.
Then he goes snitching, throwing people under the bus.
Well, let's put it like this here.
Alright, we gotta call no names.
Okay, so my relationship right now is relevant right now. So we're gonna speak present tense.
Okay.
Me and my wife been together, like I said before, 12 years. We've been together, married 12 years, been together a lot longer than that. You would think the woman would be, let's not say that. It doesn't have to be the woman that's toxic in the relationship.
Yeah.
A man can be toxic too as well.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
And I think with everything that I had going on, from me being with that 22 years old, 23 years of age, I was young. I had a young mindset. I had a lot of things going on, and I felt like I was Superman in the streets at one point. And I used to come home, and I used to bring that bad energy home.
Yeah.
And I never knew bringing that bad energy home that I was affecting my household. And when the person say something, I had that caveman mentality. I was never violent. I was never disrespectful. I never called my wife out her name. But I did certain things. I brought that bad energy. When you have bad energy, what you put into the universe is what you get back from the universe.
That's right.
So with that being said, with my wife, I used to come home and my wife would say, you want to work today? My daughter, you want to work today? So it's almost like they was pushing me out of the household. Yeah. So I got to a point, I read a couple books, and I did my research, and I sat back and I prayed, and like I said before, I'm a God-fearing Christian. So I sat back, I said, God, you know what? Take this away from me. Make me a better person. Enlarge my territory. And that's from the book of Jabez. So what I did, I became Gimper, all out. From that point, I changed the table. I put the ball back in my court. I said, you know what? Lead by example. Whatever you do, she'll follow you. So instead of me being toxic, bring that positive energy. And once I started bringing that positive energy, it went from, are you going to work? Baby, where you going? Daddy, where you going? And that makes a man feel good about themselves. And I think, listen, we are only human. We're born imperfect. So with that being said, I think that anybody can be toxic and just learn from it. And hopefully it's not too late.
Okay. I like that example, man. That was deep right there.
Really, really deep.
Hey.
Deep. Well, Chestout, let's see if you can go deeper.
We know I can go deeper. But
hey,
I can't.
Hold on. What was that? What was that? What did you just say? You can go deeper. What are we talking about?
He going off the dresser like
Ric Flair.
Hey, I can't really comment on that because I can't say that I've been in a toxic relationship, so I'll leave it to you guys.
So, I mean, since I know you haven't been in a relationship at all, so
you can have a coworker that's toxic.
Yeah, coworker.
You can be on a football team. You can have a player that's toxic.
I mean,
they say T.O. was toxic on the field.
My thing is, at some point, you just got to be able to identify when is it toxic and when to throw in the towel. That's the most important thing. I mean, I had a couple of relationships, friends, family, or whatever may have you. Even jealousy is toxic. You got to understand who's there, who's not with you at the time when they need to be. That's even toxic. Because if I pour in everything into you, and with my back against the wall, you can't pour it back into me. We toxic.
Yep.
You know, I need that same, just like ChestoutCorey said, I need that same energy.
Yes.
I need you to provide that day in and day out. But you just, most importantly, you just got to be able to identify when is it toxic. Because sometimes we in a toxic relationship and we just in too deep and we stay in that toxic because that's our normality. So you got to be able to figure that out. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, just like Steve-O said, I'm pretty much the same way. It's all about that energy. So I'm a guy that likes to come up with a lot of ideas and do a lot of things. So the last thing that I need is like negative energy around me. One thing that you don't want to do as someone that's aspiring to be more is hang around people that have a limited vision. So for example, if you have an idea, you see yourself as potentially like Jeff Bezos one day. You don't want someone around you saying, hey man, you can't do that, because what happens is you're only able to grow as big as the pond that you're in. Mm-hmm. So by keeping yourself in that circle with all them squares, you're not going to get anywhere. So what I like to do is I like to hang around people, like you said, like-minded, people that have a bigger vision, someone that wants more in life. And if they don't bring that to the table, then at the end of the day, just that in general, just that little thing, it becomes a toxic relationship to me.
On the contrary, toxics do bring motivation as well.
They do.
They do. For sure.
You need somebody to tell you that your vision is limited, so you can show them like, okay, I got you. I'll show you what this vision is about. So,
I don't know.
You kind of have to have that mindset though.
Correct.
Like a lot of times, it can make you or it can break you.
Yeah, because look, I was listening to a motivational speaker the other day, and they say, like for example, with sales, it takes it takes 17 yeses to get over one no. So if you if you gotta haters are good if that motivates you, but I'm the type of person, it doesn't motivate me at all. If anything, it just takes up space in my head that I don't need. I need that positive reinforcement constantly, because in my mind I already believe that I can do it. You just telling me that I can't do it just waste space in my head. So some people are motivated by the haters, but
I'm motivated by the haters.
I'll be like, man, forget the haters. What someone once told me is like, someone that hates on you is just someone that's afraid to do what you're willing to do.
That's facts.
Yeah, so it's like, I already know they're not a big threat, because everyone has an idea until it's time to put in the work, and then you're like, man, see, that person's nothing to even worry about.
And a lot of people grew up in toxic households, so that's all they know.
Yeah.
You see your mom getting beat up on, you see your dad doing this, being abusive, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
And you think it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all got me about to cry over here, man.
Hey, man, it's a touchy situation.
You getting deep. Chest out Rudy talking about he can go deeper, and then Steve was saying once you're in too deep, I'm like, hey, man, hey, I'm about to take deep cover.
Hey, deep cover.
I'm about to be out of here.
That was a good movie, though, bro.
Hey, I ain't never see it honestly, but
man.
Hey, speaking of deep cover, hey, check this out. Some things are covered, and sometimes they cover for a reason. But who was that? Fantasia? Wait, hypothetically, of course. You ever heard that song?
I don't even listen to
I know the song.
like that.
Yeah,
she has a beautiful voice.
Anyways,
like that.
Pretty much the premise of the song, for those that haven't heard it, I'm sure those listeners out there, they heard it before, but she's like, what if I had another baby? And I never took, well, what if she cheated on you 18 years ago and then you found out later? Yeah, that one. Yeah. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? How do you feel about a girl's past? Does it matter?
That's
listen.
Say it with your chest.
That's a touchy situation.
Say it with your chest. Ain't touchy. Say it with your chest.
Man, I mean, I think somebody's past gives you a certain. You gotta go off it just a little bit. I mean, you have to a certain degree of. I wouldn't judge you off that now, but that will give me an alarm. It'll keep my antennas up in a sense.
So the past does matter.
I'd say to a certain extent it does, and also it matters what we're talking about too. Like,
man, be specific.
Let's say your girl used to strip, or your girl, like something like that. Something like that. It's always gonna be in the back of your mind. It's always gonna be in the back of your mind.
Like he'll be naked on Instagram every day.
Hey,
so,
that's soft porn.
You be stripping too.
No, but for real though, something like that will always be in the back of your mind, no matter how much you try to say, okay, it doesn't matter.
It matters.
It doesn't matter. You're with me now. Forget about the past.
Guess what?
All that stuff.
Used to get your behind whooped in a relationship way back when. You're gonna get your behind whooped again. I mean, period. So we going with it.
It's a flip side of that. Bodies to me do count.
Oh, okay.
Bodies.
What you mean about bodies?
Bodies is a PG. We PG, but we talk about bodies. Okay, but and that was in my younger days. My younger days, I thought, okay. A man, we can sit here and ask a woman. We're very inquisitive. We can ask a woman, okay, how many people you've been with, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's one of the first questions we want to know.
Mandatory.
But do you really want to know?
Do you really want to know?
Because let's say this here. A man, we can control our narrative. We control our whole environment, our whole situation when it comes to a dating game, right? A woman has to depend on what a man does. So if a woman is with a man, right? A good man controls the whole relationship.
Yeah.
A woman might have to go through 10 or 15, and we're not talking about just sexual relations, but a female may have to date 15, 20 guys just to find the right,
that's right.
The right person.
Yeah.
So to me, growing up, getting a little older and wiser, to me, it really doesn't matter. In my 20s, 21, 22, it really did matter.
Hey, I told you, get you a ChestoutCorey.
But let me say this here.
If you got a pass, get you a ChestoutCorey.
No. Let's say this here, because it does matter to a certain degree. But I don't want to go back to your hometown and we walking in the mall and holding hands and everybody looking at Corey like, what the hell?
Did y'all see that?
She was the neighborhood. But it does matter. It really does matter to me.
All right, so let me give y'all boys a quick story. It's just a story in general. So back in my day, you know what I mean? I used to be like Steve-O and Rudy.
You're talking like you 65 years old.
Yeah, man. I feel like it. I've been through the game, but
okay.
I used to be like Steve-O and Rudy. So the past used to matter a lot to me, right? I was in search of the perfect woman. I wanted a virgin. I wanted her to never have a boyfriend. I wanted her to be pristine, right? But then, like Corey said, the first thing you want to know when you're younger is, man, you want to know. You're like, hey, man, how many dudes you been with? What's your body count? But then you quickly realize, man, she probably had more bodies under her belt than the cemetery. So you're like, hey,
yeah.
I've learned it's better just to, hey, if it's not my homeboy directly, if it's not something that I would have to deal with directly, it's none of my business. I can care less. Because if it was, say, for example, if I mess with a girl and then she told me she messed with Rudy, then it would matter. Or someone that I'm cool with. But if, say, for example, she's from another state, I'm from here, I ain't gonna never see them people anyways. I'm like, what? Hey, if you dig deep enough, you gonna find something. Always.
See me, I want to know everything inside out. You my partner for life.
Okay.
Yes.
How you feel about this?
I agree with that.
You my partner for life. So I need to know from A to Z. Period. I find out anything after that, I'm upset.
Oh, I'll put it like this. Since you guys got this double standard going on, so you guys want to know about these women's past, but I mean, there's some girls all of us have probably messed with, or guys, I don't know what y'all sexual preference is, that you probably aren't too proud of, right? You're like, hey man, I hope nobody ever find out about that one. But, or you probably been with so many women that you lost count, you know what I mean? But for men, it's cool because there's a double standard. But for women, on the other hand, you guys hold them to this high regard, and I think that's unfair. That's why you see all these female rappers. People get mad at the female rappers nowadays because they're talking about WAP. They're talking about OnlyFans. They're talking about finessing dudes and all the dudes they slept with, and dudes are getting mad. But in the same token, back in the day, like you said, what was that song? Slop on on the cob. And everybody singing it. It was cool. I was in 3rd grade singing it. But now all of a sudden,
your mama should have beat your behind. She should have beat your behind.
Hey man, they ain't know. But what I'm trying to say is, I mean, if it's gonna matter, your past has to matter too, and that's in all facets.
Yeah. They both have to matter. You have to sit down. You have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But naturally,
it's the elephant in the room.
Yeah, but naturally, women will overlook your past. That's just what it is. It is what it is.
It's a double
man
standard.
is different.
Oh, how's it different? Because you're a man? Oh, you're a man because you
Listen.
Okay.
I'm just saying the nature of how we are. We want to know, and it does bother us. It is what it is.
Time out. You just criticized Corey about 20 minutes ago talking about you think you're a man because you pay all the bills.
See, I didn't say that.
Oh, now you talking about, because I'm a man.
So now you putting words in my mouth.
That's pretty much what you said.
No, that's not what I said.
Hey, look, even the DJ over there.
I don't pay all the bills.
Hey,
I pay all the bills.
Hey.
Public service announcement.
No, but some people past do let you know in certain situations of when it does occur, why they do what they do.
So would you date
So I think it's important to know your man or your woman or whoever you deal with inside out. It is not to judge them, and it's just to have that side about them that you know if this situation happened, maybe it's because she been doing that for a while.
Oh, so you want a little information so you make a better decision.
I need it all, dog.
Well, I think it's imperative that we know both sides.
But hold up, how do you think how you know they tell them the truth when they tell you?
I mean, hey,
don't.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
They say you can't even catch a girl cheating, so how you gonna?
You have to be a great judge of character.
Yeah. It's gonna come up. It always come back. It always come
back. You think it always come up?
It always come back.
Okay.
So
listen, Allah will always wash up on the shore. Always.
That's deep, man. I saw Rudy over here giving me a little finger. I don't know. I think he had something to say.
No, I was just telling you. Let's.
He don't want to talk. He don't want to talk about his, but hey, that's all good. So
next.
What we talking about next? All right. I guess this is the topic he came up with. That's why he want to talk about it.
What's that? What's topic is that?
Would you take your girl to a place that her ex took her that she loved?
Oh boy.
That she loved?
They loved, man.
Nah.
They loved.
Nah.
Oh no, wait, baby.
Oh, just like that, no.
Because she better not take me nowhere she took her man took her before.
Period.
He took her to the bedroom.
But it wasn't my bedroom. But it wasn't my bedroom.
Jumping off the top rope like Rick Flair. Woo! Take it to the bedroom, to the beach.
Nah, man, come on. Let's create our own memories now. Come on now.
Yeah.
What you mean, man?
Listen, we have to paint our own Vincent Van Gogh, our own perfect picture.
Yeah, come on, man.
Again, you do have to create your own thing.
All right, so check this out. If he took it to Daytona Beach, you can't go there now.
Oh, come on.
No, we're not gonna hold hands and walk on the same
We're talking about vacations.
He took it to the Chestout podcast one day.
We talking about vacations. We talking about like special places.
He
for
took on a
dinner.
cruise. You can't go on a Carnival cruise now.
Nah. I ain't saying that.
Okay. What you saying is?
He the type of guy that proposed where the same guy proposed that.
Oh,
It
man.
is. Oh, your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, that's where you liked it at. Come on.
Your ex-boyfriend took you to Bahama Breeze.
Yeah.
You can't never go there. You can't never go to Bahama Breeze.
We have to start our own memories.
Let's be real.
Yeah, we gotta write our own narrative. Always.
Yeah. He took you to the movies that AMC did. The one on 436.
So what you think, E? What would you do?
Hey man, how I feel is, hey, the next is always the best. So I'm the best. I can take you to the same place and have a better time. That's just how I think.
That's dead.
E, that's what you gonna do?
Hey, I'll do it. Hey,
Y'all going to the same location?
I'll go to the same location and make that
But
location.
when you talking about eating out, just casual stuff, I don't care.
What you talking about? Like,
Well,
Puerto
we
Rico?
ain't.
We're talking about like taking them on a vacation, like
I'm talking about
overseas
having-
somewhere to
Oh,
us.
so you breaking bread, huh? You breaking bread on this girl just met, huh?
Come on, man.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Like what? Okay, so he took her to Europe. You gonna just not go to that concert?
Europe, where in Europe? Like I'm talking about the same place, same hotel.
That's what
that
he
kind of
want to
stuff.
do. Same place, same hotel.
Yeah, you can't do that.
He might
No.
want to do same sheets.
Same place.
Can we have the same room?
Same room.
Can we have the same room?
sheets. Come on, you can't do that, man. Come on.
But we're gonna have a better time.
All I'm saying,
Be real.
all I'm saying is this, right? You see how they do. All right, when you're judging a chef, right? To make it even, what you do is you put them in the same kitchen with the same utensils, and whoever makes the better meal, that's who they choose, man.
So let's say this. Before I got with my wife, right? So she never been to Paris, France, right?
Okay.
So she told me she never been to Paris, France, but she has. And they went to the Louvre. They went to see the Mona Lisa.
Okay.
And XYZ and etc. So all of a sudden, me and her booked this trip to Paris, France. We stay right across from the Opera Building, which is fact, true story. And we walk to the Louvre, and we see the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, one of her friends, they having a conversation. Her friend comes from out of town and said, "Girl, no, when you went back there."
Ooh, there it is.
So what do we do? So now what do we do?
There it is.
So now what do we do?
I mean, she lied to you.
That means we have an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she lied to you. But what if she said, hey, I went to the Rocky Mountains, and those are the best mountains I've ever been to in my life. I want to go back. Last time I went with Joe, but this time I want to go with you.
No, we're not going.
I take you to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Hey, listen, just like you said, that's a solution. I'll take you somewhere better.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
I'll take you somewhere better.
Hey.
What's it, Grand Canyon?
Yes,
Grand Canyon come off the what?
Like Rick Flair.
Woo! Hey, man. Hey, shh. And the woman that's watching this, they're gonna be like, I don't know what. Hey, all the muscles, man, insecure. That's what they're gonna call it. Everybody's so insecure. I can't believe them. They talking about they ain't paying no bills. They don't trust her. Nothing.
No, women think the same. We got people with that.
Hey, what's wrong with a man with standards?
They gonna say my past shouldn't matter.
Why only women can have standards? What's wrong with a man with standards?
What you mean? What was the standard that was set?
I'm just saying in general.
Okay,
Like,
so
why we can't have standards?
What you mean? You got standards. Okay. Hey, it is what it is. But, alright, since you want to talk about standards, let's talk about something else, man. So, when you don't meet those standards, guess what she do? She get entangled, right? She get entangled.
We know a little something about that.
She get like this right here.
How you doing, Steve-O? The definition of entanglement.
She get like this right here.
Entanglements.
Don't step your fingers, Rudy.
Entanglements.
Rudy gonna step his fingers.
Hey man, that was a hot song. He capitalized on that one.
He did.
But yeah, since Steve-O wanted to talk about standards, alright? So, alright, you got standards, you can have standards, but since you don't want to take her to those places that she want to go, you don't want to pay her bills, you know what I mean? You want to ask her about her past, guess what? She gonna find somebody that's like, hey girl, I don't care about your past, your man just insecure. You want to go to see the Mona Lisa? We'll go see the Mona Lisa, girl. Hey, we'll do whatever you want. Hey, You need your condo paid, baby. Hey, I'll be your sugar daddy. So she get entangled, right? So with that being said, how do you feel about entanglements in general, and what do you think about that entanglement with Jada Pickett and August Alsina?
Listen, man, we all know entanglements do not last a long time.
Says who? What's a long time to you?
Well, I mean,
have you ever been entangled?
No, I've never been entangled.
You know this. Yeah, you never know
No,
until you
but
try it.
they always gonna come back to that standard guy. You know, once they realize that entanglement is just for fun, then it's not gonna last too long.
What's too long?
So you see Jada and Will trying to work it out again. I mean, did August last long?
I mean, what's your definition of long?
Who in their feelings? Jada,
August.
Okay.
Well, for the video, it looked like
and Will was This is midget.
At the end of the day, they're gonna come back to that core. If you that core, yeah, you hold them to a standard, and you're not giving them exactly what they want, but you doing it just for growth. They can go somewhere and get entangled and want to come back. Then I'm like, nah, entangle somewhere else. Entangle somewhere else.
What y'all boys think about entanglements?
Well, what I think when it comes to entanglement, I think it never works. It definitely won't work in my relationship because I'm not a jealous individual, but I'm territorial. If I'm doing right, you should do right. So if you bring somebody in, something always get lopsided. It's never aligned, it's never parallel.
First of all, whose idea was it to even start this threesome or entanglement thing? Was it Will? Was it whose idea is it?
I think it was a lack of Will's presence.
I think it was Will not meeting her standards.
No, but at a certain point, you guys have to have that conversation to give the nod. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. But who gave the okay?
I mean, it was a mutual decision.
So it was a mutual decision, but someone came up with the idea. Hey, so Will, or hey, Jada, what do you think about this girl, this guy right here?
Well, is this a rumor? Is it a rumor that they swingers?
Oh, that's everybody knows that.
Okay, so they agreed on it.
Yeah, but
they agreed on this topic.
Not according to Will.
Really?
Will said August didn't even ask for the blessing.
August said he got the blessing.
That's what he said.
He didn't ask for the blessing to have a relationship with Jada, or he didn't ask for the blessings to even be around the situation. I mean, to speak on it.
Probably that.
I think
because I think what they wanted to do is keep it secret.
Yeah, I think so.
As long as it was kept secret, nobody knew about it, then everybody would have been okay with it.
But on a serious note, since we talking about lessons, I think Steve-O can give us a lesson about a relationship in his life. With that being said, go ahead, let him know, man.
So to me, man, everybody know that relationships is very important to me. A lady by the name of Catherine Kewen, to this day I call her Mama Kewen. She is the godmother of my child. She took me out the hood of Timberskin. So when you talk about relationships, that was an angel that was sent from the Most High, man. She caught me at one of my lowest points, saw more in me than I saw in myself, and she came to me and spit those positive words to me that I never heard before about being smart. You can do it. You can make it to the next level in life. Anything that you do, you can end generational curses. I mean, at one point, I looked it up to the dope dealers on the streets, man. I didn't have a role model like most kids. They looked up to their dad and their mom. My mom was always working. She had 8 kids, so she came in and what I call it is a filler. You know, we all need them good fillers in our lives, and she was one of the best fillers I could have ever had. I can write a book about our relationship, man. It was awesome, and it's a teacher. People gotta understand, man. This student-teacher relationship also play an important role in our kids' lives, man. Our kids are at school for 7-8 hours out the day. It's important to have those teachers that can be a good filler when you're not around, and she definitely was that for me, man. She took a black young boy from the hood, and she's a Caucasian woman. You know what's going on with police brutality and just whites and blacks and everything, man. I don't see color because she saw more to me than a person that looked like me did, man. So relationships are important. So don't burn those bridges because you never know who's gonna take you out of your situation, man. It's important. If you have someone that
see more in you than you see in yourself, keep them around, man. If they're toxic, go ahead and let them loosen. But she's one of those people that came into my life and changed it for the better. She taught me about college. She taught me about relationships and how to raise my daughter, what to do and what not to do. She's my personal Google and YouTube. If I have any questions about anything in life, she still get that phone call. She still get that text message from me. So that's important. Relationships, man, very important. So
beautiful. Well, that's awesome, man.
That's
beautiful
up,
story,
man.
bro.
That's what's up. It's a good story. So, as Steve-O said, man, you got a good relationship, keep it going. They're toxic, get rid of them. That being said, we're about to wrap up this episode this week. Say It With Your Chest podcast. You can catch us next week, same time, same place. Hey, before we head out, you guys want to say something?
I just want to say, make your circle smaller and your dreams bigger. And stay motivated. Chest out.
I just want to say, hopefully y'all took something out of this episode, man. We spitting nothing but positive and just, keep your ears open and take it in. So.
Stay motivated. Stay positive. Stay humble. Let's go.
You sound like Russell Simmons.
Hey, you do sound like Russell Simmons. All right, go ahead and like this video. Share this video. And go ahead and tell all your friends. Also, follow us at Say It With Your Chest Pod on Instagram. YouTube page about to drop soon. We're going to have it on Apple, iTunes, Spotify.
Hey. All your major podcast places that you check out your podcast.
Hey, every platform.
Hey, not just podcast, bro. We're going worldwide. We're taking over.
Syndicated.
Worldwide, baby.
Syndicated.
All right,
Say it with your chest.
All right,
yes.
y'all.
Keep on dashing by, that's first satisfaction. Fly, I hit the pedal, drive, I see home play the
Gotta have a camera for it.
Say it with your chest.
I'm so mad I didn't get that.
That was good.
Bro, we gotta have you.
I have the whole photo.